Hey guys, so yet again we got another sparring video to break down. This is actually the first rounds that my homie Grayson and I have done since I have been back in the gym training Muay Thai regularly. I feel great. Hopefully you'll see some improvements, but I think the bigger improvements will come later on. We started it out with a drill that I picked up from the class, which is just like 20% rounds, where the goal really isn't landing shots, it's more like seeing them, defending against them, everything like that. You'll see both of us land a shot or two, but we defend most everything that gets thrown, and that's because we're going at 20% speed, 20% power. It's to work up to the actual sparring, which is also in this video. I'm including it all because I think this drill has a lot of value, and I want to go ahead and showcase it. Yeah, that's all. Hope y'all enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. So hard. 20% power is easy, but 20% speed is actually really hard.
Yeah, it is. See, when you watch this, you see the point, right? We're able to defend the shots because we see them coming because they're coming slow, and we're able to work on our counters. And it's a zero-stress environment, so you're actually able to learn. In sparring, the harder and faster you go, that's to pressure test. It's not to learn. You'll spend a lot of time just trying to survive. And that's cool. Don't get me wrong. You need some of that. But I find that the best way to learn it is to do it slowly and then add the speed and work up. And that's why we started with these drills and then went into, the faster sparring. It also makes it really, really apparent when you're still having issues, like dragging your punches down and then back in instead of straight out, straight back. You get to see stuff like that when it's happening slowly. Sometimes you might not pick up on it if you're sparring at full speed. Right here he lands a pretty nice looking uppercut. It's actually the one that I used for the thumbnail of the video because it looked so nice. So you do land some shots, it's just that's not the point of the drill. The point is the defense and the counters, and he used that point beautifully. He defended and he countered, and that's where he landed. But that's all for that drill. Now it's time for the boxing spar. Right out the gate, he teaches me to get my head off the center line when I do my jab to the body. Long as that leaping left hook works, I'm still going to use it. But I got to work on pulling it back faster.
good. That's good. So you're so much quicker now.
I've been working on my hand speed a lot too. It also helps when you take some of the power out. I've been landing dirty shots on that clinch break, and he just used my own trick against me, so that was really solid. It had been a while since we'd sparred, so I think he might have got a little overexcited on that jab. I mean, I'm fine, obviously, but yeah, that kind of sucked. Man, just when we were starting to get really going with the exchanges, starting to think we should run more rounds each time we meet up. Maybe start off with the flow drill that I showed at the beginning, and then run like 2 rounds instead of 1. Either way, now it's time for the 20% kickboxing flow. We'll see how that goes.
So weird. It's so hard to get used to.
I've been having a lot of trouble defending against kicks, but this drill has been one really, really good way for me to work on it. So that's fantastic.
Too fast.
It's hard not to do that.
It was still like 40%. But
Yeah.
too fast.
Okay, time for the kickboxing spar. Let's see what happens. I miss my front kick catch, so he fakes a front kick and then goes to step in with a punch. I have to shell up, but then I'm going to make him pay for it with a teep, a round kick to the head, and a spinning hammer fist. Then I go for my wheel kick, and this was a terrifying moment for both of us, because while it may not look like it on the video, as I'm turning, I realize, oh shit, his face is right there, and I have to pull it. And then we spent some time, admittedly, during the round talking about that instead of sparring, and that's not great. I fail to pull back my leg kick quickly enough. He goes to catch it, and I immediately rush to clinch. He tries to break free, but I chase him down and clinch him because I'm like, now I want to clinch, boy. Then he tries the same thing from last week's video where he tried to sweep me while he was off balance, and I had a firm base, and his hips were to the outside. And that combination of things meant that I made him pay with another good sweep. You don't want to try and trip from the outside. Yeah. Then I remembered that this is not just kicking and clinching and that I should probably let my hands go, and so I start doing that. We clinch up again. We each throw an ineffective knee strike. Then I remember to try and get inside position. I do that, start to break down his posture, and then I do land what, if I had thrown it hard, would have been a really solid knee right up the middle. And, of course, that head kick on the clinch break. We quite literally trade punches. He threw a hook that was like half an inch from taking my head off if he, was throwing it particularly hard. Next up, we did do some wrestling. Again, this is trying to get into a position for ground and pound, and no, neither of us know how to wrestle, but we're trying our best to learn. He tries to go for a takedown. I do my shitty sprawl, but luckily even my shitty sprawl is enough to keep him from getting the takedown with a little cheating where I touched the wall. I didn't grab the cage, I just pushed off of it though, and I think that's allowed. Anyway, we don't have a cage to grab. Probably would have. God, I suck at grappling. Anyway, I try and get a single. That fails. He almost gets my back, but I turn back into him, and then I have to sprawl again. I push him up against the wall here, and that actually works out pretty well to my advantage, since I'm able to get to his back. I don't think he expected me to reverse the energies the way I did, and so as soon as we hit the floor, while he was still sort of startled and unprepared, I go to mount. I lay my shots, and we reset. I should mention that in this round, we are actually just going to take down. This time I go for the single, and I don't finish it, so I immediately try and transition to his back. So my first takedown attempt failed miserably because I completely misjudged how I was supposed to drop my weight. The second one works out a little better because I did manage to stay glued to his back. But now he's playing it more aggressive because he wants that get back for that takedown I just got on him. And since I'm not dropping my hips nearly enough on my sprawl, and my sprawl is just generally pretty shit, he does take me down. So, good job, Grayson. You won that one.
Nice.
So, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Hopefully you could see some improvements, but honestly, maybe not. Like I said, I've only been back for a little while, and these were the first rounds we did since I've been back. I'm only going to get better, though, and subscribe to see that happen. It's the whole point of the channel. It's the whole point of the TikTok, whole point of the Instagram. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. See you guys in the next one. Have a good one.